Shalom. I just want to start out by saying, Call Halayimla, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, peace, citation, hopeful elect, and the Akim spread the truth with the four corners of this earth. My name is Asha.
It's Dave.
It's your brother Noroya.
And today we're just going to talk about to be a man of few words. So without further ado, we're just going to go straight to the scriptures. And this is Proverbs Proverbs 10 and 19. It says, in a multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. So yeah, it says in a multitude of words there wanteth not sin. So in a multitude of words, you talking too much, you're going to you're bound to sin. You're bound to go off by talking too much, by speaking too much. But it says, he that refraineth his lips is wise, Even when a fool stops talking, he is counted as a man of understanding.
I got that. I can bring that up.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, and verse 28. It says, even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. So, hey, even a fool who is a few words, like it says, that holding his peace is counted wise, So just showing you, hey, that, we need to be men of few words, like people say, all right, we have 2 ears and we have 1 mouth, man. All right, we have to do more listening than we do speaking. All right. And like it says, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. All right. So
You want to start up at verse 27?
yes. Lucky it says, he that hath acknowledged he that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit.
All right, So he that hath knowledge spareth his words, meaning that like a wise person, he's gonna only say a few words, man. Right. He's gonna get straight to the point. He's gonna get directly to the point. He's not gonna be babbling. It's not gonna be talking out of order, or talking out of line, And it says in that Second Timothy 2:16, it says, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. So we're supposed to, when it comes to foolish talk, as the NLT says, or when it just comes to speaking carnally, man, we're supposed to avoid that, man. Like we're supposed to keep that to a bare minimum. Why? Because it'll only increase in more ungodliness, man. And then in the midst of that lieth sin, Let's see here. Let's go back to that Proverbs 18 and 21. Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of thy tongue. And they that loveth it shall eat the fruit thereof. So with death and life, with your tongue having the power of death and life, why wouldn't you want to watch it? Why wouldn't you want to mind what you say? Because what you say can get you put to death, and what you say can get your life spared. What is that? What's that scripture? It's roughly paraphrasing a sweet word. A soft answer turneth away wrath. Salakia. But yeah, a soft answer turneth away wrath, man. In the day of adversity, right?
Salakia. Talking about if a man ways please the Lord.
Nah. I was just saying. Well, yeah, just going into it. A soft answer turneth away wrath, man. So say you get pulled over by the cops, man. Like, aren't you not gonna watch what you say? You're not gonna be on no on no bullshit, you know, or you shouldn't be, you know, letting any and everything come out your mouth. Oh, you pull me over because I'm black and I'm a nigga. Like, no, you only just gonna entice him, man. You only just going to provoke him to lay you down. You know, you know, you should spare your words. You know, be a few words.
I got a precept to back you up real quick. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 29. It says, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers." So this is what it's all about, man. Okay, it's all about edifying the flock. Okay, everything that we say, all right, when we bringing out this truth, is for edification, all right, to the sheep, man, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's why the scriptures say, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth," man. That's why we have, when we speak, man, as the scriptures say, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. So when we talk, it has to come directly out of these scriptures, man. All right, because when we're talking out of our own understanding, then what, man? That breeds corrupt communication, you know, and that's what we're seeing from all these different groups, man. All right, like we just got this guy from so-called One Body in Yahweh Shai, okay, saying that what, we don't have to wait on Yahweh Shai, man, to live your life, okay? He spewed out that madness, what? Because he just kept talking, man, all right? And they don't have enough humility, and they don't have the sense of being humble to correct themselves, so they're just gonna keep talking and talking to try to justify that madness, man, and that breeds corrupt communication. All right, so everything is about edifying, all right, the sheep, man. Okay,
right. Because going into this Matthew 12 and 36, it says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men speak, they should give an account thereof in the day of judgment." You know, so they have to give an account for that. You know, all the vain babblings that you have done. You know, you would have to give an account for that. So that's why it'd be wise, you know, for you to spare your words, man. To be a man of a few words, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, going into the Sirach. Sirach 5. Sirach 5 and 13, it says, "Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall." You know, so them brothers that came out that said that we don't have to wait on Yahweh Shai, you know, that's shame unto them. You know, because they're going to fall by their tongue. They're going to fall by what the hell they said. You know, and the men that speak a good word in due season. Which we're going to bring that out, you know, they're going to be honored, man. That's going to bring unto them honor, you know. Go ahead.
This is James 3 and 2. It says, "For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body." So that's I'll just keep reading. This is verse 3. It says, "Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold, also the ships, which though they be so great, are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth." So wherever the shipmaster or whoever is guiding the ship wants, whoever's doing that, wherever he wants the ship to go is guided by this small part of the ship. It says, "Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell." So it's just going into how our tongue is just a small member of our body, but it has a lot of control, and it has a lot of sway over
life and death.
So you do well to you do well to bridle your tongue and say good things and think about what you say before you say it, because you're like the brother brought out earlier. You're going to be accounted for the words that come from your mouth.
Every other word. If I can get a precept real quick, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, in verse 19. It says, "In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise." So in the multitude of words, all right, and running your mouth all the time, hey, there wanteth not sin, there lacketh not sin. All right. That's why we got to speak strictly, of the words of these scriptures, man, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay. We can't lean on our own understanding and just speak whatever comes to mind, or just say whatever comes to mind, man. All right, because hey, that's what causes sin, man.
And that's what fools do.
Right.
You know.
You can tell just the spirit of a person or the personality of a person, 5 seconds after they open their mouth, like, oh, this person talks too much. He's annoying. He don't stop running his mouth. And no one wants to be around a person like that.
Right. Can you find that scripture? It says an arrow in the thigh. An arrow in the an arrow in the I believe it's in the Apocrypha.
So like if I can just finish on this verse real quick. It says, "But he that refraineth his lips is wise." Okay, so hey, we got to continue to, unless if we speak, we have to filter it through the scriptures, man. All right, and everything that comes out of our mouth, all right. Obviously, there's going to be times where, we, conversating amongst Jake, where we might be talking about this or talking about that, or maybe moments of folly or whatever. But more often than not, hey, man, we ought to be refraining our lips. And when we speak, it ought to be filtered through the scriptures.
And this is that Ecclesiastes 19, Ecclesiastes 19 and 12 you was looking for. It says, "As an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly."
Yeah, you said Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiasticus.
Okay. Well, it says, keep reading it, I'm sorry.
This is Ecclesiasticus 19 and 12. It says, "As an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly."
Right, so as that arrow pierceth you and is in your thigh, you're thinking, hey, I gotta get this motherfucker out of me, man. Like, I have to get this arrow out of me. So is the word of a fool or in his belly, so that belly is an analogy to his mind, so is the word of a keep saying that, I'm sorry.
It says, "As an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly."
Right. So does that fool has to get that word out, man. Just like as an arrow is stuck in your thigh, and you got to get that out, man. A fool is going to utter any and everything, that comes to his mind,
It says that a wise man's mouth is in his heart.
You want to grab that?
I'll look for it. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, and then
it goes into a wise man thinking before he speaks. He's not just gonna let things come out of his mouth. He's gonna analyze what is said before it's said.
Right.
But I'll look for it.
And while he's getting that, I'll get this set up. You got it?
No, I don't. Select them.
Okay. Well, I just grabbed this real quick. This is Proverbs 15 and verse 23. It says, "A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good is it?" And that would be aligning up with the precept you're going to bring out. Because the mind of a wise man is in his mouth, right? So he's gonna give thought to what he says, and it says that everyone enjoys. I'm just reading it in the NLT. Everyone enjoys a fitting reply. How wonderful, it is wonderful to say the right thing at the right time, So that's gonna bring you honor, because you're saying the right thing at the right time. You're thinking about. You're thinking before you're speaking, as a fool would utter whatever comes to his mind. You know. Let's see. Let's go.
Like, I can't find this one.
Lucky, did we grab this one already? Proverbs 29.
Nah, you can go ahead and grab it if you want.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29. So lucky. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 11. It says, "A fool uttereth all his mind, and a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards." Right, man. So a fool, all right, someone who's not wise, okay, is just gonna utter all his mind. He's just gonna speak whatever comes to his mind, all right, regardless if it's in the flesh, okay, regardless if it's just their own understanding, okay. And we ought not to be like that, man. We ought to be like this person. A wise man keepeth it in until afterwards, man. You know, once again, we have 2 ears and we have 1 mouth, man.
So we should be doing a lot more listening.
A lot more listening, right? Exactly. Okay. And then when we have an answer, okay, according to the scriptures, all right, then we speak. You know, then we say what we have to say. Once again, according to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, we ought not to be like that fool, man, who just uttereth his mind, you know, and whenever he wants, man, just saying whatever the hell he wants. All right.
This is Ecclesiasticus 21 and 26. It says, "The heart of fools is in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise is in their heart." And you go into that word heart, it goes into your mind. So it's that scripture I was looking for earlier, just speaking about how a fool is going to say what's on the top of his head 100% of the time. And that's just not a trait of a wise man. And that's kind of what Narai was going into a little bit. So we have to
go ahead.
We have to think about what we say before we say it.
What was the latter end of that? You said about a wise man. What?
It says, "But the mouth of the wise is in their heart."
Right. You know, and heart being la'ab. So the mouth of the wise, you know, it's gonna be in their mind. They're gonna give thought to what they say before they say it. You know, we're gonna weigh it out.
There would be times when Yahweh Shai, you know, would be, persecuted, or he would be scoffed at, you know, by those wicked scribes and Pharisees, and he wouldn't say a word, man, because he knew it was no use, because they weren't going to get it. And that's a trait that these other these other Israelite groups don't have. All right, that's why they have these debates. That's why they have these back and forth with these unbelievers. All right, because they just want something to say. All right, they're not using that wisdom to not keep their mouth closed, man. Okay. If I can get a scripture on that, right. There's the book of Matthew, chapter 27, in verse 13. It says, Salakia. Verse 11, Matthew 27 and 11, it says, "And Yahweh Shai stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews? And Yahweh Shai said unto him, Thou sayest." Right? Yahweh Shai would let, a lot of people, he wouldn't, he would let a lot of people, answer their own questions, Salakia. He says, "And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, Hearest thou not how many things they witnessed against thee? And he answered him never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly." So Pilate was marveling at, the restraint of Yahweh Shai, man. All these people coming up against him, man, saying, crucify him, and Yahweh Shai was holding his tongue, man. All right. Who did he tell that I could call 7? Pilate. He said I could call 7 legions of angels. Roughly paraphrasing, man.
Yeah, if this is my kingdom, they'll fight.
But just making the point that, hey, man, Yahweh Shai, held his peace, man. And, Yahweh Shai, there was never a word that Yahweh Shai spoke, man, that didn't...
That was out of season.
Yeah, that was out of season, or that didn't, cause an impact, man. All right? And Pilate marveled at that, man. Pilate marveled at the restraint of Yahweh Shai, man. Just making that point.
So like he was telling that to Peter, I believe.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I had through the Spirit. You brothers got any more precepts? Hopefully that was edifying. You know, I just want to end it off by saying, call Halayamla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Peace, citation, Fulek, and the Akim, spreading the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.